Coming up, a Moorhead teenager is being treated for life-threatening injuries after a two-car crash in Detroit Lakes. Shots fired at a man at a Fargo apartment complex. What we know about the incident. And the first doses of the monkeypox vaccine arrive in North Dakota. Hello and welcome to the Nightly Review. I'm Tom Tucker. We begin with a look at tonight's headlines, then a conversation about the latest efforts by the state of North Dakota to help people move to the state. The campaign includes the website findthegoodlife.com. But first tonight, police are investigating after shots were fired at a man standing on his apartment balcony in North Fargo. Police officers responded Sunday morning to the 1500 block of 11th Street North. Investigators say the man on the balcony was speaking to a man walking across the street when the man on the street started shooting at the man on the balcony. We're told the bullet caused property damage, but no one was injured. 18-year-old Moorhead resident Gabriel Spader is among two people with life-threatening injuries after a two-car crash on Long Lake Road in Detroit Lakes Sunday night. The State Patrol says Spader was driving northbound when he struck a car at the Highway 10 intersection. Spader's passenger, Benjamin Dickey, also suffered life-threatening injuries, and both were taken to Sanford Health. The driver of the second car, Rainey Evans, and her passenger, a 16-year-old girl, suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Alcohol is not a factor in the crash, which remains under investigation. We are learning more about a deadly crash Friday afternoon on I-94 in Moorhead. The Minnesota State Patrol says an SUV stopped in traffic was struck from behind by a big rig and pushed into another big rig in front of the SUV. It happened on the westbound side near milepost 2. 3 people who died in the SUV are identified as 65-year-old Robert Carell and his passenger, 65-year-old Linda Carell, and 89-year-old Shirley Gatsky. The big rig drivers were not hurt. Well, after 4 years of construction and more than 20 years of planning, Moorhead's railroad underpass is set to open this coming Friday. The underpass will allow safer and more efficient traffic flow through Southeast Main, 20th and 21st Streets. The railroad grade separation is the largest public transportation project in city history. City officials say it will greatly improve safety and mobility in Moorhead. Former Fargo City Commissioner Tony Gehrig is partnering with WDAY Radio to broadcast a new show called Thursdays with Tony. The show, which will be available on AM 970 and FM 93.1, will air every Thursday from 11 in the morning until noon during WDAY Midday. Gehrig says he's excited to continue engaging with the people of Fargo. WDAY Radio is operated by Flag Family Media, the company behind the Nightly Review. Well, the Red River Valley Fair is in the books, and CEO Cody Cashman is calling the event a, quote, smashing success, mainly because of the concert series that took place. He says, not surprisingly, that one of the top cost bookings for the fair was country music superstar Tim McGraw.
A large amount of the budget went to him, and you know, it was worth every penny because we showed everybody that night that we can handle these large acts.
Cashman says the fair board allocated $1.6 million for booking performers this year and says next year the board has approved a budget of $2.6 million. Cashman says his goal for fair attendance this year was 200,000 people, but we have not yet been able to get a final number for the 10-day event. North Dakota is receiving an allocation of the vaccine for monkeypox. The state has received 65 doses of the vaccine from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. We're told the allocations were made based on each region's population and the number of monkeypox cases reported in a given area. So far, there are no reported cases of monkeypox here in North Dakota. The first legal carbon capture and storage project in North Dakota is now in operation. Red Trail Energy, LLC, announced it officially began carbon capture and storage at its ethanol facility located near Richardton on June 16th. The operation comes after years of research and development, with several state lawmakers applauding the beginning of the work, which aims to lessen the annual CO2 emitted during ethanol production. In Minnesota, more demonstrations in support of abortion. Thousands rallied at the state capitol Sunday to protest the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. State Attorney General Keith Ellison called the decision a, quote, outrageous deprivation of rights, and Congresswoman Ilhan Omar said the ruling goes against the Constitution. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is fueling presidential rumors with a new ad campaign running in states where votes are among the first to take place in the nation. The South Dakota Republican is running ads in Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina, and nationally on Facebook, fueling speculation of a White House run in 2024. The ads highlight her decision to defy COVID restrictions and keep businesses and churches in South Dakota open during the nationwide lockdowns. Well, if you find the Nightly Review to be a great source for news and information for all that is happening in the FM Metro and the surrounding region, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the bell button below to make sure you're always up to date. Weather-wise, scorching temperatures across the Red River Valley today with very high humidity levels. Will we see relief anytime soon? Meteorologist Justin Storm has the forecast from the Skywatch Weather Center.
Thanks, Tom. As we head through the rest of this evening into tonight, partly cloudy to partly sunny conditions will continue with a slight chance for a few scattered storms and showers. Predominantly affecting the northern valley overnight tonight, we'll still see a slight chance for a few isolated storms as temperatures drop to the lower 70s. Wind remains out of the southwest 10 to 20. For your Tuesday, some scattered showers are likely throughout the day. High temperatures in the lower 80s with a west-northwest wind 15 to 30 and gusting higher at times. It will be partly sunny with lower humidity, and we'll see some more sunshine returning for Wednesday with high temperatures back in the mid and upper 80s.
It could happen to you or someone you love. One moment, one diagnosis can change everything. Thankfully, there's a program that helps caring people uplift families through a crisis. Lend a Hand Up, raising financial help and hope through community benefits and online campaigns. A program that boosts generosity so gifts go further. Lend a Hand Up helps you help your neighbors. Learn more and give at lendahandup.org.
And welcome back to the Nightly Review. The state of North Dakota is now looking to help people who are interested in moving to the Peace Garden State. The newly revamped state website, findthegoodlife.com, is aimed at providing detailed information on specific communities across the state, along with personalized information on job opportunities. Katie Ralston-Howe is North Dakota's Commerce Workforce Development Director. She joined me to talk about the site and the goals for the campaign.
Sure. Well, I'll start with the history of this a little bit first, Tom. Find the Good Life in North Dakota was a great marketing campaign that the Department of Commerce, along with private industry, had several years ago, and it really did a wonderful job of highlighting why life is so good in North Dakota. Well, now, we're in a need to attract workers to the state with more than 30,000 open jobs and one of the lowest unemployment rates in the nation. We need to get people here to fill the jobs that we have. And so we decided to relaunch Find the Good Life in North Dakota, but now it's so much more than a website, so much more than a marketing campaign, because we knew that for this to be successful, we needed to be able to track progress. We needed to be able to say, this is how many people moved to North Dakota because of the information they got through this Find the Good Life initiative. So this project has become quite comprehensive. We've got talent leads in the pipeline. We're distributing those leads to communities and to employers, and we're already starting to demonstrate what that return on investment is for this project. So we're pretty excited about it.
Ralston-Howe talked about the importance of being able to track the return on investment for the campaign and the website.
Oh, it's huge, because we need to be able to tell the legislature, the public, how impactful this project really is. We also have to be able to communicate that message to communities and employers. So for us, it was really important to be able to say, okay, we've got Tom in the pipeline. We can now track Tom from the point at which he says, hi, my name is Tom. I'm interested in a job in radio. And we can follow Tom through the process of getting connected with one of our community champions, which are volunteers all across the state who have raised their hand to say, I would love to welcome someone to North Dakota and tell them about why my community is so special. So we're gonna track you through that process of engaging with a community champion. Once they learn more about your interests, your career path, they're going to get you connected with employers in their community who are hiring. Okay, so we've tracked you up to this point, and then once you get that job offer that you accept with enthusiasm and you make your move to North Dakota, we'll be able to track you up to that point.
The revamped website also includes a relocation help desk, which Ralston Howe says is aimed at providing personalized support for people thinking about moving to North Dakota.
Sure. So North Dakota is the first state in the nation to approach talent attraction in this way. And so we're really proud of the work that we've put into this. But the help desk that you're referring to, if you go to the Find the Good Life website, you're going to see front and center, top of the screen, and even scrolling with you as you scroll down the page, this icon for the relocation help desk, which is going to send you to a real person who is going to help answer your questions about North Dakota and about the jobs we have available here. Now, this is something that we're really tagging as, first in the nation to do this, but North Dakota Nice, we've always been accessible. We've always been answering questions for individuals who are coming to or interested in coming to North Dakota from other parts of the country and other parts of the world, to be honest. And what we learned through the last, probably year or so is that as individuals and families would reach out to the Department of Commerce, we of course answered their questions and answered the call. But what we found throughout these conversations is that a lot of states aren't doing that. They weren't answering the call. They weren't picking up the phone to say, this is what makes our state so special, and here's why we think you'd enjoy it here. They were just letting those calls and emails go unanswered. So we realized that North Dakota Nice became a competitive advantage. And so this whole initiative is really built around how do we leverage what North Dakota is known for in our welcoming environment, embracing new people to our communities, and how do we build a robust talent attraction initiative around that idea.
I'd like to thank Katie Ralston Howe, North Dakota's Commerce Workforce Development Director, for joining me for tonight's one-on-one conversation about the site and the campaign findthegoodlife.com. She says there are currently just under 300 people now registered at the site asking for information about communities and job opportunities in the state. Well, that will do it for this Monday night, July 18th, 2022. I'm Tom Tucker. Thanks for watching the Nightly Review.